All right, guys, what's going on? I'm going to be taking over this portion of the podcast, so welcome back for your YouTubers and also for our live viewers that's watching on Twitch. I would like to talk about something that actually kind of pissed me off recently, because we just recently had a game that came out. I believe it was just this past Tuesday. I could be wrong. I don't know exactly the specified date. But Final Fantasy Type 0 has been released for the next gen, whether if you got it on the Xbone or the PlayStation 4. And of course it comes bundled if you get the pre-order version of Final Fantasy 15. I believe it's about an hour and a half, 2-hour demo of playtime of what you can do in the game. You see a couple of things and so on. But my point is, a lot of people has been bashing Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes and called it a $40 demo, when everyone is only talking about playing the very first mission, not the 5 side missions, not the 2 free DLC missions or any other replayable things to do in the game. And they bashed that shit to hell. And what happened? Konami had to drop the price by $20. But yet, you guys buy a $60 fucking game just to play the demo and toss aside Final Fantasy Type 0. The majority of you.
Nelson, you want to know why?
There shouldn't be any reason why. That's kind of fucked
up.
No,
there's a reason.
What?
They're fanboys.
We have mad fanboys for Metal Gear. Like, okay, my thing is, I have a friend that doesn't have a PlayStation 4, but he still bought the game. Which I can see he'll probably play it sometime in the future. That's fine, whatever. But I've seen people on YouTube, and I've seen like actual other bullshit streams where the person will get the game, they had the disc, and they threw it in the trash immediately just to play the demo. They didn't care about the game. They literally threw it in garbage.
But you know what? Some people were doing that with what was that? Freaking.
Wait, I have a question.
Zone of Enders and Metal Gear Rising, the first. You know, they would just get it and throw it away and just.
Well, oh, you know what else they did that with? And one of the games that got, I don't know if they started it, that Crackdown Halo.
Yeah, just to try and push that, you know, the Crackdown out. But Crackdown sucked, man. You see where it is now.
No, got another game coming out. Talking about see where it is. Hello?
Why are they putting a demo for a Konami game with a Squaresoft game?
No, it's not a Konami game though. That's the.
Well, isn't Metal Gear Konami?
Yeah, but it released as its own title. Like if you was to go on Steam right now, you can buy Ground Zeroes, like the game, but they're calling it a demo. Like the entire game, they're calling it a demo because the fans only play the very first mission, and the mission could take anywhere from 40, 50 minutes tops if you're playing casually.
No, but wasn't the demo you're talking about? That's for the new Metal Gear coming out later this year, right?
Well,
no, that was the prologue.
No, that's the prologue. But people are calling it a demo because they thought that it was too short, and they thought that was gonna be like the Phantom Pain, like the whole entirety of the game.
But they said that it wasn't. And this game, Ground Zeroes, for those of you who don't know, it's a taste of the gameplay that the Phantom Pain is going to give you. Now, with that, it wasn't a demo because, like Nelson said, it had those side missions. It's open world. It's not like a linear Metal Gear like the original where you had to do everything in sequential order. Or, hey, go here, go there. You're out there in like a real tactical environment, so if you miss something, you miss it. Now, if they laid it all in ABC order for you, then Nelson, that's the type of gaming that they're used to.
Yeah, then you'll actually have a valid claim on it. But my whole point is, before I give everyone else the floor, why would you say and criticize Metal Gear Solid when they specifically told you guys that this is a sample or a taste, but you still get to play the missions, we'll give you free updates and everything. Even after you guys complained, they even lowered down the price. I don't know how much more you want. And then Type O comes out, which apparently either came out for mobile or PSP. Like I said, I don't remember. Game retail for $60 straight. Came with the demo if you pre-ordered it, and you guys did not bother to play Type 0. But you rather play the demo of Final Fantasy 15 and spend $60 to acquire this demo.
They're fanboys. That's what it boils down to.
That to me, that's like waste of fucking money. If that was the case, you could have just went on eBay, went on Craigslist, and just bought the demo separately from the game, or got a code or some shit like that, instead of buying Type 0 and wasting your money on possibly a really good game from which I've seen in the trailer. The game looks amazing, Type 0. Especially the new mechanics that you go about. It's fucking insane. Like, a lot of people's comparing it to Attack on Titan scenery. Like, the same, like, time period and the clothing and stuff like that. Game looks fucking great, but let me stop because I can go on about this forever. So we're going to start in random order. We'll start off with On Your Knees. What do you think about this?
I'm first. I'm honored that you picked me to go first. I'm going to go with Alex on this one. It's all the fanboys.
Okay.
You know, they're going to buy $60 a game, which probably is pretty good on its own, and just throw it out because they're not a fan of the genre or what have you. But, you know, just like anything else, the fanboys are the hardest ones to please. They're the first ones to drop down their money, then they're the first ones to bitch when they got ripped off. So, you know, I figured they would have learned the first, 30 times this happened, but, you know, they enjoy being the center of attention. Oh, look at me. Look what I did. I paid money for this demo. Yay.
Yeah, and you know what?
Boo-hoo, you didn't put all that in there. What am I going to do?
Yeah, they put it in there, all right.
Pause.
What?
Not the way you like, Alex.
No, what I mean, the company's ramming them up the butt. That's what I meant.
Yeah, just like how you like it, in your butt.
Unbelievable.
Yo, he said, in your butt. Oh my lord! And then he gets off the camera. This guy.
I couldn't do that last
The
week,
views
so I had to do it
expressed by some of the employees of New Gaming Order are not the views of all members.
Except for Noob.
No, especially Noob.
All right, so
that's all I got.
okay.
All right, can I jump in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pause.
Yeah.
Shut up. He got me too. But here's the thing.
Pause. It said he got me.
Yo, but what about the Dragon Balls, Alex?
What?
You need to go get your Dragon Balls.
I'm not playing that game right now.
No, we know how obsessed you are with balls from Comic-Con.
You know what? It's time. This is it.
This took a dark turn, like unbelievable. But back on topic,
Yo, we need to talk about that unbelievable thing too. Yo.
Yes, we
Go
do.
ahead.
Yes, we do.
But check it out. Here's the thing with that, right? Nelson, fanboys, you can't reason with them. Remember what Android 16 said about Cell when Gohan was about to go level 2? There's some people reasoning and logic will just not reach them. Like you bought ground zeros, right?
Yeah.
It
sounded like
it wasn't even full retail price, right?
No. It was only like $39.99. But you did sound like you said in your butt just now.
I didn't say that.
And it did sound like
You know
it.
what?
Yo,
Can we
chill
talk
with all
about
that.
what?
Come on, man.
What the heck? But a full retail, it wasn't even full retail for that game, right?
Yeah.
$40 or whatever. But yet these other folks, fanboys of the Final Fantasy for that demo, paid $60. Not even playing the game that they paid for, but just to get that disc. So they can't throw stones at other folks. And not to say that they did, but the other ones who are the hecklers out there, like, oh yeah, $40 demo, yet you got a $60 demo right there because you didn't even buy the thing with the intent of playing the game that was intended to be pushed out there. It was just a promotion to sell titles. Eventually somebody's gonna do a JTAG and dump it, or they're gonna do something where they can get the demo by itself. But it's unfortunate, but
they should have just released it as like a separate release then, or just like go on like the main website, pay like $10-$20 for the fucking code and just adopt it to the console that you want it for.
But then again, that's paying for a demo.
Yeah.
But the thing is though, you're spending $60 to get an actual good game to feature with a demo and throw the good game out just to play the demo.
No,
but
that's probably not everybody though.
No, I'm not saying like every single person on the planet did that, but the majority of people who's on Twitch and some people that's on YouTube, that's what they have done. And
that
I kind of
is a
find
waste.
that very wasteful because that company actually made the efforts to bring an imported title to the Western, to us.
Yeah, I get you.
On the Western side, and you just tarnished that because you wanted Final Fantasy 15 for the last how many years now?
I think it's like 9 years into production. It's something crazy.
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because
that's
it was called Final Fantasy 13 Versus in the past.
I think it was in production before 14 was in production. So
Look at that.
Yeah, that's how long it's been.
Unbelievable.
Look at that. And then all of a sudden you just toss the shit aside like if it's a piece of candy.
That's gonna suffer the Duke Nukem Forever thing. Like,
I hope not.
Duke Nukem is, I think, 14 years.
Yeah.
and
about
it sucked
14.
ass.
I mean, it had its funny stuff. It had its funny stuff.
Maybe 10 years ago would have, but not in 2014.
Right.
All
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay, so Shinwar, your thoughts on that?
I agree with you guys. It's these have games, yo, demos, and the games being like 5 hours long, and they trying to stretch it. And what happened to games being quality games? And like you said, Nelson, now they're just basically, oh, let's just get it out. We'll fix it later. That model has to stop because a lot of games are doing it. And and we can blame the internet for it.
No, I blame the investors. The investors want them to put the game out, so I want a return on my money. That's what it is.
Right, but it's easier for them to say, you know what, let's get it out. We'll patch it later. And just on a sidebar, remember Mortal Kombat 9? You know how many updates that game's seen with the revisions and changes? So because it's easy, and a lot of people now, they're doing silent updates, where they can just do it and you won't even know it unless you see a change log. So, I mean, it's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Okay, that's a very good point. I mean, as I said again, it's just very sad for people just compare the two when, like I said, you have a lot to offer on a lot of games, just depending on its variety of the gamer and stuff. But it all boils down to an opinion. I'm not trying to state like, oh, you shouldn't do that. It is your money after all. Lastly, Noop, what do you have to say about this topic?
Kind of play devil's advocate. At least initially you paid full price. You paid for a full game. I mean, once you buy a game, it's up to you whether or not you really play it. I do think demos need to be released more regularly because that was a very big thing back in the day. Yeah, man, but a lot of companies, and I don't understand the logic, they quit releasing demos because they said people wouldn't buy the game because they kept playing the demo. And that's where you start getting, that's when we started getting these time demos, what's the thing, Dead Rising. I just downloaded the Dead Rising demo for Xbox One. You can only play it 3 times.
And what's the name was time too, Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't get that, the demo's supposed to give the person one good section of the game, an exciting section, and then that's it. I don't see how me having a 5 or 10 or 15 minute demo will prevent me from buying the full title, especially knowing that there's more for me to do if I were to get the full title.
Because they know the game might suck, and if they play the demo, they won't buy it.
I think that's part of it. But then again, how about you just not make the game suck? Yeah, let's actually make a good game.
Oh, that's too logical, Noob. That's too much.
But in regards to the demo, I forgot who it was. It was Capcom. Capcom said it. The reason they don't release demos for their games because it takes away the resources from the actual game.
It costs money, and they don't see no money off of it. Because they have to set a team to do that. Take this part and port this in and do that, and it's its own thing. Like once it's out there, they can update it again.
But if you notice, what they're doing now is they're getting betas now. So the Street Fighter 5 beta, they had what game was that? Evolve. Evolve had a beta, even though it was a closed beta. And that's another thing. They gotta stop. They're making these closed betas and then immediately opening them. Oh no, I'm like, now listen, I don't feel special if I've been picked. You know what I'm saying?
The point of an open beta is to stress test. That's the point of open betas.
No, but the thing is, though, a lot of people bitched and complained when it was a closed beta. Oh, I can't get it. Why he got it? How come I didn't get an email? Alex. And that's the reason why they made it open.
Unbelievable.
Yo, but to alleviate that, a lot of games can do what Dead or Alive and Killer Instinct did. Give a free-to-play or reduced cost version so I can at least try the game to see if I want to buy it. Because, I mean, my days of blindly going to buy a $65 game, well, $51 with my Best Buy membership. Those days, I'm done, yo.
Do you work for Best Buy?
Free advertisement? Hold on, yo.
I'm trying to get a sponsorship. Shut up. Well, no, definitely not off of this video after the stuff we said.
I'm getting off.
Yo, you gonna get the video flagged, yo? What are you doing? Oh my God.
We'll talk offline.
And the reason my buyer mentality has changed is because it goes back to the whole microwave system. You pop this game out, and you know it's not finished. I pay full price, but I don't have the full product. I can't handle that, yo.
I'll just put it like this: you go to a car dealership, the car's supposed to work. Oh, you're not gonna get the wheel. It's not. You know, you have to pay extra. Wait a minute. Your radio doesn't work. You have to pay extra for that. Oh no, you need.
No, the air conditioning's not ready. You're gonna get the next month.
You can't. That's the business model that became an issue with this generation. And you know, going back to the main point with folks in the demo and all that other stuff, the gaming community is accepting all this bad practice, and we do nothing to fix it.
And in its defense, in just a little bit, not really in its defense, in cases like, and I'll just use Killer Instinct. They continuously patch it, but they're patching it for improvements because they're adjusting the gameplay to new characters and things they want to add. You know what I'm saying? It's not to fix something that's broken. That I don't have a problem with. You know what I mean? But when you put out a game that is not ready, it's like, screw y'all, we just want your money.
Yo, they did Shawn Michaels Triple H to the DX, but
what?
No comment. My bad.
I don't know.
This is why we need a soundboard so I can play Car Crash when he tells bad jokes.
God damn.
I have to say.
All right, so let me read up some comments real quick off of the Twitch. We have someone named Juan Up. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm not trying not to butcher your name. He's mentioned that gamers just don't know what they want anymore. And this is the age of gaming the base game enough to play and feel like it was worth the price should be ready, available anywhere. If you like it, buy it. DLC to be expanded. Okay, I kind of didn't understand all that, but you made a somewhat of a good point. They're just trying to push it to the point where fans will like it to that extent, to force it upon you to buy it, and then tease you extra with DLC, such as when Alex got Asura's Wrath. He liked the game. He played the demo, game came out, he liked it, but then when he heard there was DLC to finish the actual game, he was irate that he had to spend another $20, $30 almost.
It was like $8 or something like that, but with the other DLC. But here's the thing, you don't do DLC like that when it's part of the main game. That's why I was hot. And you know what?
This is another.
Yeah, go ahead.
To touch on what the viewer said, it's not. See, first of all, it's not about gamers don't know what they want. The basis of a video game is someone having an idea and creating it and sharing it with other people. It's theirs. You know what I mean? Either you get down with that idea or you don't. We don't dictate what these guys, quote unquote, create or make. You know what I mean? The companies that do that don't tend to put out good products. Like Saints Row and Grand Theft Auto are great open world games, but there have been other franchises who just tried to bite off of that because they're like, oh, people like open world games, let's make one. No, those games have elements and they had a creative idea behind it that we truly fell in love with, and that's why we rocked with it. So I don't think it's about the gamers not knowing what they want. It's about the companies putting out, crappy products just for the sake of, oh, this is trendy, or we see that people like doing this in this type of game. Well, let's make sure to add that. And that's when you started getting companies biting off of each other, poking fun at each other in their games because they're just copying each other, based off of what we actually enjoy. When in actuality, the originators are the ones who gave us the content that we truly love. I mean, it's all about the creativity. As long as you doing something creative and innovative in gaming, I think it'll always be successful. You know what I mean? Rather than rehashing or just trying to make better what someone else has already done. It's like the creativity is being sucked out of it, and it's just like a grind of business, like a fast food restaurant, man. It's what the heck?
Like an assembly line. But Noob, to challenge part of your point, the fighting game community, FGC, as the acronym is so eloquently put out, but the fighting game community, that's the group that really is particular. They know what they want in terms of how they want a game to feel, behave, things like that. But yet, on the flip side, they're never pleased. But they know what they want. You know, but I think there's specific groups that know, hey, this is what I like in the game, and so on and so forth. You know, so fighting game community kind of is like the exception to the rule. But then again, they can fall into that, hey man, they're never pleased, and they they don't know what they want type of stuff. So
yeah, and there was also the same person who mentioned this on Twitch. Has another comment saying that they make games based on what people buy.
Yeah, of course, just like the commercials and all the ads that Zuckerberg on Facebook. Like,
what'd you call him? What'd you call him?
Zuckerberg.
But like,
oh my god!
If you look at how people are tracking your internet browsing habits, and then you see ads based off of what you visit, you know what I mean, that's the same thing. Like, if they see games or fighting games are selling well, you know, a whole bunch of fighting games are gonna come out. If you see a racing game like Forza or freaking Gran Turismo or whatnot, you're gonna see a lot of.
But see, and that's what I'm saying. He just validated my point. That originator who made it from an original idea and made everyone fall in love with those types of games is what I'm looking for. Not the person who said, "Oh, they're buying fighting games. Let's make a fighting game." 9 times out of 10, that game's gonna suck. You know what I mean? You can't. That's not a true reflection of a gamer's opinion. That's you trying to make quick money and it didn't work.
Cash cowing it.
Yeah, they exactly.
That's like when Mortal Kombat came out, and then we had all the other the copycats after.
What was that one on Xbox where you could break people's arms and then the arm was still broken in the next match?
Yeah, what was that? Jade something? It was that fighting game. No, not Jade Destiny.
Jade Empire.
Or you had what was that, Way of the Warrior for 3DO? Gosh, that game sucked.
Yeah.
Well, what was China Warrior? Didn't that come out for TurboGrafx?
China Warrior? Oh my god.
This is so starting to become like a stereotype thing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's put this topic to a close because we're going way over the time limit. So Alex, you can take it away for the YouTubers and stuff.
All right, for our YouTube folks, make sure you check us out on newgamingorder.com. Again, newgamingorder.com. Check us out on, if you go there, you'll see the Twitter, the Facebook, and all that good stuff. Thank you to Fullscreen, our partner, for helping us with exposure. Make sure you check out Fullscreen. I'm going to be plugging them a lot more in the future. Make sure... I got that one, too. I can't. I'm
Alright, New Gaming Order fans, you guys, we're going to take a brief intermission and we'll be right back.